Welcome back, and today at this point we are going to look at the string class and the string object type. And so we've had some exposure to strings. And to start out, we're going to create a new file, a new Java class called string practice. And again, camel cased. And we'll make our main method. And let's start out by talking about strings in general. We know that we have these things that we can print out called strings, and they're just a bunch of words. And anything inside these quotes is called a string literal. But there's a way to represent it as a variable as well, or to store it in a variable. So we can say string with a capital S, and let's say words equals that chunk here. And we can see that that will print out just the same as it would if it were inside the argument for system.out.println. Now, this can hold any characters, symbols, etc. And in different languages, strings are represented in different ways, but they will always be in double quotes in Java. And in this case, we can see whatever's inside prints out literally like that. So this is, again, a string literal. And it won't change. This string is set in stone. Now, what we store in this variable, we can always assign different strings to it. Let's make another variable. Words2. And we'll make a new string and this should work very similarly. Maybe I print out words2 and it'll print out whatever was in here. Notice that this line is very similar to the scanner declaration and instantiation that we talked about earlier. We'll talk more about instantiating variables in a future video, but for now we're talking about making a new string, which is definitely a class based off of a class because it's capitalized, called words2, and we make use of the new keyword. Notice it's in purple. Then we give some argument here. And this again follows the type identifier equals value idea that we've been working with when we talk about variables. So what can we do with strings? Well, we can definitely add them together. We've seen this before. And when we add strings, this is called string concatenation, or smashing the strings together. So we can see this is a character string 838-923**2. That's our first string. And then we just smash onto it some more words, our second string up here. If we want to add a space, we can concatenate or add in a space. And then these two are separated by a space. I could instead do some sort of symbol like that. It'll print out with that separator, or even a new line. And that will print it out on a separate line. So you can see we can have these string variables and add them together just like they're string literals. Now, what else can we do with this? Maybe I want to know how long one of these is. So maybe I want to see the size or the length of the words variable. So the words variable is, and then we'll do some string concatenation. So let's see how this will print out. We could 7 zeros character. So we can see that the words variable is words.length, characters long. So words is our object, our string. The dot says go inside and look for the length method. And the length method will tell us the length of this string. And it's equal to the number of characters in the string. And here we see that it's 37 characters long. If I wanted to look at words2, I just say words2. The words2 variable is words2.length, 15 characters long. If I change it to say elephant, well, I can see that elephant is 8 characters long, and so on and so forth. Another thing that I can do is to say, well, maybe I want to look at words. Maybe I want to do it printed out as if it's all uppercase. Notice the capitalization here. This is a method that exists, and so it has to be called exactly as it is. I'm looking at words, looking inside for the toUpperCase method. These are all properties and methods of the string class. String has these pre-written, and they can apply to any string in particular that we care about. Notice in the math class, we cared about the capital math dot random or capital math dot abs, for instance. This is a different type of method, a static method that can act on any number based on the fact that it exists in this math class. It can act externally without an object, without a variable that we've created of the math type. Whereas with string, we're looking at a variable and we're applying the function to that variable in particular. So in this case, toUpperCase should print out the first string, words. This is a character string, but it does it all in uppercase. Instead, if I did toLowerCase, it would print out everything in lowercase with the first letter, notice, lowercase. And this is a way to make sure that everyone is sure that you're very angry when you're writing an email. For example, the toUpperCase is usually an indication of shouting. Someone's very mad about that being a character string. Now, what other things can we do here? Maybe I want to take a piece of this. Starting from position 5 and going to the end. Well, I can use Substring to do that. And notice it starts from is, a character string. Well, that seems to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 6th character. Why does it go to 5? Or why does 5 start there? Well, the answer is that we always start from 0. Strings start from position 0, so keep that in mind. Maybe I want to change this so that, notice this goes from 5 till the end. What if I want to only print out from 5 to 10? Well, this will print out number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9. But it won't include number 10, so it includes 5, not 10, until 10. Okay, and so not including the 10, but including 5. We could again try from 0. We'll run this, and it'll start from the beginning. What if I try 100? It'll give me an error, string out of bounds, index out of bounds exception, where we don't have 100 characters, so it'll complain. One way to remedy this, if I want to go from, say, 5 to the end using this terminology, I can say words.length. Well, remember, words.length is going to be the entire size. And so that'll go up to that, but not include that last value because we start from 0 and not 1. So this is from 5 until, let's say, words2.length. We'll print out words2.substring. The words2 variable is 8 characters long. We're only going to print out the ant from 5 to 8, not including that 8 because that would be outside of our string. So substring is pretty useful. We can also dot equals, and we can say if one string is equal to another or has the same value as another. And the way we say that is we're comparing words2 to words. Is it equal? It's not. It's false. We get a true or false value on whether it's equal. But is it equal to itself? Can we do this? Turns out we can. It's definitely equal to itself. So these are some tricky things we can do with this string method, or with these string methods. And there's a lot more that you can do, and I would check the Java API to learn a little bit more. But for now, you can play around with this, different words. You can try it with input now, with the scanner variable, and see what you can make of this. You can make some prompts. You can make a chatbot even, knowing the string methods and the scanner methods. Finally, one last thing. We can do a .contains. Does that contain it? It doesn't, but does it contain words2? It does. What if we want words2 dot substring 5? Well, does it contain that? And it does. It contains the last 3 letters. So contains is sort of a convenient way to look for pieces of a string as well. And we can always string these together. So until next time, have a great day.